everyone, welcome to the CaptainDrone YouTube channel. My name is Steve, and here we have Jedi Steve.
Steve too.
Steve too. And here we have the FMS F-86 Sabre. So the F-86 Sabre is a plane from FMS that came out several months ago. However, I live in Canada and it takes forever for these planes to get to me. So I finally have one, and we're going to do a maiden of it in this video to show you how cool it is, or if we... Let's not crash
it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool.
It's going to be cool. So if you've never seen a CaptainDrone plane video before, we fly the RC plane. I put cameras on it. I film from the ground and I chase it with a DJI FPV drone, and we get all sorts of cool footage to see how it is in flight. And then we give you our final thoughts on the plane. So before we get going, let me just say that this, as you might recall, for the old people out there, this is a first generation fighter for the United States. It's pretty cool back then. It's pretty old now. But a lot of people who love military classics love this plane, so it sells really well. It is an 80mm EDF in the back, so that fan in the back is going to push out a lot of air, so this thing should really move. It does have ailerons, it does have elevators, it does have rudder, it does have flaps, and it's even got air brakes on the side. It also has a pile of LED lights, so each wingtip has an LED light as well. There's LED lights for landing in the front when the gear's down, and there's LED lights in the back. And of course, it is highly detailed. This is one of the most highly detailed RC planes you can possibly buy. So if you love detailed planes and you're a very good pilot, this is the one to get. The landing gear is all CNC aluminum, and there is suspension in the landing gear, which is really nice because you can see everything here is gravel, and we're going to be landing on bouncy gravel. Oh, and I should also mention the battery we're going to use is a 5,000 milliamp hour 6S. That should get us about 4 minutes of flight time. Not long, it's just going to suck it dry in no time. It does have a 100 amp ESC inside, so this is plenty good for that ESC. But as I said, with an 80mm EDF motor, very modern, just going to suck this dry, and it's going to go fast. I'm going to try to capture it as best I can in the footage. And the radio I'm going to use is a Spectrum radio. This is an IX14. We do have a Spectrum receiver in it. You can use any radio you want, depending on the receiver you put in the plane. Also in this video, I am going to show you how I assembled everything, so stay tuned for that. But right now, Steve, let's go fly.
Let's go.
Now, before we launch, I just want to show you the retract. So I'm going to close the landing gear. Watch this.
Gear raised.
This one's a little slower because it's on a timer, but it is very scale. There we go.
Very nice.
Cool landing gear, and then coming back out.
Coming back
Go
out.
down here.
Gear lowered.
Goes out. That one's out, and that looks pretty cool. I just want to mention as well the wingspan. I'm putting it on the screen right now what the wingspan is. I'm tilting the camera to match the wings. That's the wingspan. I do find this plane is large, but it does fit in the back seat of most cars. Here we have Tractor Man seeding the grass, and he's right beside us, so it's going to be a little noisy. And we have over here Jedi Steve with the plane ready to take off. Now to chase the F-86 Sabre from the air, I'm going to use the DJI FPV drone. Captain's putting on his FPV goggles.
Putting on his goggles.
Put in manual mode.
Manual mode. All right.
All right, Jedi Steve, are you ready for the maiden?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go, baby.
All right.
I can feel the breeze. There she goes.
Gear raised.
Took a bit of runway. Everything seems to be good.
I got to go wider on that because, man, it caught up to me too fast. Try that one again.
Bring the wheels down in a second.
Gear lowered.
Gear lowered.
Flaps position 1.
Your timer is at 4 minutes, right?
Timer's at 4.
Because I got 50 seconds left, so
Okay.
3:10, yeah. Let's see. I'm filming it, Steve.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Well, then, if you're filming, let's see what the voltage is after that. Yeah. What's it show?
376, so 23%. So that's, I'd say that's right on.
And you think you flew for how long?
3 minutes, 10 seconds, according to the timer.
Okay. So I'm going to change the timer on the radio.
So
then.
3.5 would probably be your magic number.
Okay. All right, so you're back to us. That was a really cool flight. We're going to give you our final thoughts on this plane. But first, I want to show you what you get in the box when you buy this and how to assemble it. You're going to see no glue is really required if you don't want to use glue. There's a lot of screws. It goes together really well. So check this out. This is the box the F-86 comes in. Inside the box, you'll see everything is well packaged. Items in the box include the owner's manual, the main wings, as well as the wing spar, as well as the wing fuel pods, the horizontal stabilizer wing, as well as the vertical stabilizer wing. Then you have the massive fuselage with all the graphics applied, all the electronics installed, and you also have the rear portion of the main fuselage. Stickers are also provided so you can make the plane look more authentic. And now let me show you how easy it is to assemble this super large plane. First, you must install a control rod in between all the servos and servo horns. All the necessary hardware is provided. Next, take the wing spar and pass it through the main fuselage. The wing spar then fits into each of the main wings. Hold down the landing gear doors to push the wing into position. Then lock both wings into place with the included 6 screws. Now it's time to connect the 2 sections of the main fuselage. First, connect the wires from the front portion of the fuselage to the rear portion of the fuselage. Then slide both pieces together and secure into position with the included screws. To install the horizontal stabilizer, first connect the wires, then move the horizontal stabilizer into position and secure it in place with the included screw. Next, to install the vertical stabilizer, first connect the wires, then push it securely into position and lock it in place with the included screws. The accessory on the bottom of the plane simply slides and locks into position, and the accessory on the wing simply screws into position. The 2 removable fuel pods can be slid and locked into position and removed whenever desired. Okay, so you're back to us for the final thoughts. I viewed it from the ground and from an FPV drone, and I will say it just looks so stable in the air. It was flying so well. But I'm going to ask Jedi Steve, who flew 2 flights. We squished the flights together, so you saw everything all put together with the different camera angles. But what did you think, Steve?
If you like scale planes, I mean, this one is super detailed. It's super gorgeous. As far as the flying goes, it takes a fairly long runway because it's a heavy plane. So the battery is a big 5,000. It's a heavy plane. Once it's up in the air, no drama at all. It's got to be flown, so it's not a beginner's jet. You got to be a little bit on it.
So not a beginner jet.
Not a beginner
Okay,
jet.
so if you're a beginner out there looking at this plane saying,
save that for your second, third plane.
Yeah.
But you want to be comfortable at flying a jet first. Like I say, coming in for a landing, you keep it a little bit of power. You certainly don't want to let her stall, but it's not a hard plane to fly once you get some experience.
you look like you had no issues flying it.
Yeah.
I was just amazed that it flew so smoothly.
Yeah.
It looked like a glider in the air a lot of times, but
we have good conditions today. But yeah, it was no drama. No drama.
Really well made plane. I should also mention that it does come in 2 versions. I have the Huff version, and there's another version called the Sky Blazer. It's more stars and stripes and stuff like that. So you can check out the links below. We'll take you where this is sold. As I mentioned, if you live in Canada, where I am in the Great White North, these planes are very difficult to get. So it took me a while to get this, but I finally have one. But if you live in the USA or other parts of the world, you can probably get it tomorrow.
Yeah, get
It's
it tomorrow.
yeah, you can pick them up at your local store or whatever. So links are below, go check it out. I don't know if I have a discount code. If I do, it's below this video. So thanks for watching this video. Thank you, Jedi Steve. I'm really enjoying this because when I do a lot of these videos, it's usually just me and it takes a lot of my time. But when Jedi Steve comes out to help, well, it's only half my time. So I'm really enjoying that. So thanks, Jedi Steve. All right,
no
guys,
problem.
thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and I will catch you in a future video with many more cool reviews. Until then, I say bye.